to be my most advice video. So I know for the past couple years, like a lot of people that's thinking, cause they're like behind grades. I'm not trying to sound like my parent, but like forever lasting love do. And you have very many people in middle school, especially. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Christina back in that video. So today's video is going to be my middle school advice video. So I know for a lot of people school is coming up because a lot of people go back in August. I don't go back until September, like the second week of September. So yeah, but I know a lot of people's going back in August, so I just want to do the video for y'all. So basically giving y'all advice on middle school. So yeah, without further ado, before we get in this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to notify every time I post another video, and let's get started. So I have my iPad here with all the topics I want to talk about. I have about 8 different topics here that I'm going to be talking about. And yeah, this is what you like gonna be looking forward to. So yeah, my experience in middle school was luckily kind of bad, but I feel like it's because of the schools I went to. Um, so yeah, this is like all the stuff that I experienced and like what I know how to tell y'all as an upcoming eighth grader, because I'm gonna be eighth grade next year for the next upcoming school year. So yeah, like my experience was lucky bad, but it's not. I don't think it's like cause middle school is bad. It's because of the schools I went to. Yeah. So, but the first topic is bullies. Don't intimidate your bullies. Um, like if it is an issue, tell the teacher, tell someone, tell your parents, like so they can get involved and done the issue. You don't bully people because that's looking weird. If you don't mess with the person, you don't like the person, simply just don't talk to them. There's no reason for you to bully them, and you're just giving immature, and it is just not cute. So don't think it's cute to bully anyone. Don't bully people, because no. I don't mean mean to anyone. Don't try to fight nobody. People always trying to fight. Fighting is just so immature to me. Like, why are we fighting for no reason? Little small incident happen in class sometimes, and it just be like, okay, oh, bet, see outside we fighting, and it's just like, why are we fighting for? It's just so immature. Like, fighting for little inconvenience is just so immature. Like, you can literally just talk it out and you know reside the situation. And if you don't want to talk to the person no more, you don't like the person, stay away from them. Don't There's no reason to fight them, there's no reason to bully them. The next topic is grades. So stay on top of your grades. I'm not trying to sound like nobody parent, but like you have to stay on top of your grades. Middle school is just different. In middle school you have to stay on top of your grades. Make sure you study hard. If stuff you don't understand, study on it. Make sure you take notes in class and review the notes when you get home. And if you don't understand the topic, research more on the topic and study more on the topic that you did in class if you didn't understand it and stuff like that. Put effort into your work, really show effort into your work, because if you don't put effort, you don't show effort, you're not gonna get some type of grade. Even if you don't understand, still try to show some effort. Especially 7th grade, staying up your grades, because 7th grade is when high schools look at your grades. So yeah, I'm just coming out of 7th grade. I don't really know if any high school look at my grades, because teachers just kept telling me, give me your top high school that you want to go to so they can start looking at them. It's literally July. It's summer break and all now. Nobody has got back to me. Nobody has got back to me for them to send them the like what high schools I want to look at and stuff. So the high schools, what high school I want to go to, so the high school's gonna look at my grades. So yeah, but it's okay, so I'm not even going back to that school. Um, and yeah, make sure you pray, because like for your grades and stuff, and pray for understanding in your work, and pray for your test. Pray before you go into a test or exam. Pray before you go into that school building. Stuff like that. That's just in general in first school, not even middle school. Just pray, 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 because like being with God and praying can really help. So yeah. Next we have friends. So we already know friends come and go. This is just not even something for middle school, but for in real life, people come and go for that fact. Um, don't fall into the wrong crowd. Be careful your company and who you're around, especially if you're a Christian and there's people around you smoking or vaping. And don't vape in middle school, like, cause it's just not cute. You shouldn't be vaping in general, but you're literally like 12, 13, 14. Why are you vaping? Why you think it's cute to be vaping? Just know, don't vape or nothing like that. And especially if you're Christian, don't be around those people that are drinking, vaping, or doing all these type of stuff. Cause you're not grown. Why are you vaping? Why are you drinking? Um, and be careful the company you keep. Be careful who you around. Be careful who you tell stuff to, because you can just tell people stuff and they go around telling other people. You could tell somebody something and tell them to keep it a secret, and they be like, oh, I won't tell nobody, I won't tell nobody. Next thing you know, some other people are talking about it, and then when you think about it, you're only told that one person, not the whole school talking about it. So just be careful who you trust. Be careful who the company you keep. So yeah, if y'all watch, it's so off topic, but if you watch I Will Find You on Netflix, it's a Harlan Coben limited series on Netflix. If you have not watched it, go watch it. That's literally the definition of watch who you keep your company. Watch who you trust. You know? Okay. Anyway, back to the topic. Um and cut fake friends off. You're gonna get fake friends, where you know that. I got a lot of fake friends in my old school. So it was school before the one I went to last year. So yeah, I gotta like my parents. So just make sure you cut them off. Or like, don't, if you see them acting fake to you, like spilling your secrets, turning your back on you, just cut them off. And don't hold grudges over your friends or people. Like, if something happened, you had a disagreement, forgive each other. Don't hold a grudge against each other. It's just not cute to hold grudges against people. So if something happened to y'all, apologize, get over it, and move on with your life. If you don't want to talk to each other, you don't have to talk to each other. No one's forcing you to talk to each other. But just don't hold grudges. Like, forgive each other. If you want to stay friends, you can stay friends. If you don't have to talk to them. Just don't talk to them. And if they realize, if you're not trying to talk to that person, but that person's still trying to talk to you, make sure y'all on the same level, y'all on the same pace, and be like, hey, what happened to us? I don't feel comfortable talking to you no more. I don't feel comfortable being friends no more. That's it. That's all. Cool. Like, we ain't finna do too much. Next thing is peer pressure, and this is leading up back to what I was talking about, the drinking and smoking and stuff. Don't fall into the wrong crowd or the wrong doings. As I said, if you know you're Christian, why are you around people that's listening to circular music, around people that's drinking, cussing? Like, why are we around people that's doing those type of stuff if you're a Christian? Especially, like, if these people are just doing wrong stuff you're not supposed to be doing. Um, if somebody's peer pressuring you to vape or smoke, just say no, move on with your life. Like, don't fall into that peer pressure, because you're old enough to know, you're in middle school now, you're old enough to know that this is something you should not be doing. So why are you doing it? And if people are peer pressuring you, just say no, move on with your life, okay? Because it's not cute to be bullying people. If they're forcing you to bully people, or they're pressuring you to smoke or drink or vape, just say no. um because it's not cute. And don't be a follower, be a leader. Like, don't follow nobody, just be yourself and just be a leader. Next topic is relationships. So you can date if you want to, but don't take the relationship seriously because you're just in middle school. Don't think you find your forever love, your everlasting love, um just because you like somebody, you start dating them or something like that. This is just like if you're dating in middle school, it's just something that like to test out dating for the first time and like see if you like stuff, who you like, what you like. It's just an experience for the real world when you're older. So don't don't expect to be happier everlasting love. And if you do end up dating people in middle school, make sure you stay on top of your grades. Make sure your grades is good. I don't really understand how people date in middle school and then their grades drop. Like it just doesn't make sense how you're dating and your grades drop and you make your grades drop. If you're prioritizing him over your grades, that means you should not be dating in middle school. So remember, books before boys, okay, guys? Okay, next topic is hygiene because I cannot emphasize this enough. I literally made a whole hygiene routine video, so if y'all did not see that, go check it out. And I showed my hygiene products that I used, and I showed my like I gave y'all some hygiene tips. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of give y'all hygiene tips right now because I cannot emphasize this enough. Like boys in middle school right now, when they be playing basketball or anything sports, they stink. So for boys, make sure you wear deodorant. Make sure you put on cologne. And don't put on all that cologne where it's so strong you're suffocating people in the classroom. Okay, we can literally smell you from 2 miles away. Like I literally smelled you in the hallway. I knew you were in the hallway because your cologne was so strong. You might have been all the way down there, but your cologne was so strong. I smelled you in the hallway. That's how I knew you was in the hallway or something like that. But hey, this is from previous experiences, okay? So, and for my girls, please, 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 like, make sure you take care of your hygiene. You wash down there properly. Um, for both genders, put on deodorant. For girls, put on perfume. Put on deodorant. I cannot emphasize it enough. And make sure you brush your teeth because no one needs to smell your bad breath. Shower every morning before school. I don't know why I have to say this, but I feel like in this society, not everybody's showering before school. And me personally, that's kind of disgusting because we're going to be in a building for 8 hours together in an enclosed space. That's why half the time in the schools, they don't even want to turn the heater on because y'all stink. And that's literally coming from a teacher that I got. I was like, why is it so cold? Why we never had a heater on? Because some of y'all stink, and then when it's hot and then we're in an enclosed space, y'all start to stink, fumes everywhere. Y'all stink so bad they didn't want to turn their heater on. So like in my school, that's what happened. So like make sure you shower every morning before school. It don't matter if you showered the night before. I personally always shower every morning. Like when I was little, kindergarten, first grade, my mom would get me ready for school. I was always showering. And then I took that up when I got older too and started getting ready for myself. Like I also showered before school because it's just great to feel nice and showered and stuff. Um, not stink. So I don't know how to say that, but I had to because I feel like it's not emphasized enough, and then it's not a priority for everybody to shower in the morning before school. And some people just waking up, washing their face, barely even brush their teeth, and put a uniform on or their clothes, whatever they had to wear for school. So just had to put that out there. And for my girls, always bring pads with you, even if you didn't start your cycle yet. Bring pads, because there might be a day you start in school. You never know. And if you did start, make sure you bring pads, and make sure you just bring a bag or a purse with like perfume, deodorant. Use a pouch or a separate thing for pads. But I use a belt bag. Um, if you're at school, my schools that I went to before, they were charter schools, so they were a little stricter. So I would kind of have to hide like my purse or my bag if I had, or like my fanny pack or belt bag if I was carrying it. But like if you're in a public school, I'm going to public school, they're probably going to be less strict with that. You probably can bring your bag. But yeah, next topic is expectations. Those are stuff you could expect. We go to into middle school. I don't have a lot of expectations. Well, I kind of do, but it's like some of them I can't base it off of my experience because the middle schools I went to are horrible. I do not recommend. I'm not even gonna put the schools out there, but it's a charter school. I do not recommend. Like you can go to the elementary school, but do not go to the middle school. And there's only one high school that is there for that specific brand charter school. So I'm just emphasizing. Like I can't even based off the expectations off of what happened to me and my experiences because me personally middle school is kind of bad for me because of the schools I went to. Here's how I say schools because I literally switched out of that same brand charter school into the same brand charter school, but a different location, and that was the wrong ID. So now we going public for the win. Okay, hopefully my brother go public, but yeah, okay. So we get sidetracked, but make sure you're gonna have wait, but you're gonna have fake friends. So as I emphasize that, so cut them off. Teachers are gonna be different in elementary school. They might let some stuff slide in elementary, but middle school sometimes it's not. You're gonna actually have to work hard and put effort into your work. Um, participate in class. Like what I mean by that, like where's your hand? Teacher asks a question. Try to like at least answer one question or raise your hand in every class. Like just raise your hand because not all the time teachers are gonna pick on you to answer a question. So at least raise your hand to show that you're participating and show that you're engaging. Even though sometimes they're not gonna pick on you, and make sure like you're paying attention in class and taking notes. So yeah, break is gonna be harder, and then that might always be understandable as come from experiences. And I'm pretty sure most people experience that in middle school. That the work is gonna be hard. Of course, the work is gonna be hard because we're growing up, but sometimes the work is not always gonna be understandable. There's literally stuff I have learned in class, and I still up to this day do not understand it. But that's that. It's school, okay? So make sure you do your homework because it's gonna help with studying. Even though literally half my teachers never took my homework last year, but it's okay. Literally had to start doing homework for one teacher because she never took it. But that's besides the point. Um, do your work before the due date. So like if you know your work is due on the 27th, but she assigned it like we'll say like the 13th of the month, like don't wait until when it's like close to the due date. No, just get it done and over with. Cause I did that a lot. I would get it done and over with, and then when it's like close to the due date, I would revise, make sure everything's good, cool. And if you can turn it in early, you probably can to like try to turn it in early. Um, yeah. Do extra work even when it's optional. Like if the teacher says you can do this, but it's optional, so you have to do it, just do it. Cause you either can get extra credit or you can get whatever. Just do it. Just do the optional work. Here's are some do's and don'ts. So do your homework. It's gonna pay off for studying. And sometimes the teacher may go over something that was in the homework. Um, in class, and then you never did homework, so like you'll be like, oh wait, I don't know this because even one time, like teacher assigned a book for reading in class, and we end up reading in homework. I low-key like kind of got most of it, but you know when it was time for reading in class, but at least I know some of it. So yeah, always do your schoolwork because why would you want to not do your schoolwork? Why would you want to fail? Like whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to do it. So participate in classes. Like I said, always raise your hand. Even if the teacher's not gonna pick on you, just try to raise your hand and make sure you're listening and engaging and participating and do everything above so you can get that grade and understand everything. And don't be a bully because it's just not cute. As I said, don't be a bully. Just Don't follow around crowd. As I said, I already emphasized that. I already speak about that. And don't skip class because a lot of people think it's cute to skip class. Me personally in my school, like I heard some people like my school that I went to, it was a lot stricter. It's a charter school. It's not like public. So yeah, it was just a lot going on. Some people would skip and they would end up getting caught, but they're just like roaming in the halls. That's why they end up probably getting caught. Or the teachers like realize that they haven't been in the class the whole time, or they have not come back. They will ask for the bathroom. Just don't skip because it's just like you're probably gonna get caught. You're probably gonna get suspended or detention, or and it's just why would you want to have that suspension or detention on your record? And try not to get in much trouble because a lot of stuff that happens you might did in elementary, you might not slide in middle school. So like you can get suspended for a lot of things. I know my old school they suspend you for every little thing, detention for every little thing. Um so yeah, but this is all the stuff. Don't rely on the expectations that I have because some of them are like you can rely on it, you can think about, but a lot of these expectations were from my experience, and my experience wasn't good because, as I said, because because of the middle schools I went to, I'm going to a new one again. Hopefully, it's good. Pretty sure it will, because my uncles and my mom went there. So hopefully it's good, you know. But yeah, I just wanna make this video for any upcoming middle schoolers as someone that has been in middle school for 3 years. Well, because the middle schools I went to, they started at 5th grade. So technically I have been there for 3 years. But yeah. My last year next year. So excited, but also scared for high school. So yeah. But I hope you guys like this video. I hope this helps for anybody that's an upcoming 6th grader and that is nervous for middle school, or even a 7th grader that didn't like still needed some tips because last year was your first year, which was 6th grade. So hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit notification bell so notified every time I post a new video. And bye guys.